I don't think you will speak every single language you are selling. You just use the command line interface, put your data, and then you get things done. Open to new markets, to new countries within seconds.
It sounds like taken directly from Star Trek, but what is it actually, Antonio? Hey everybody, we are back again with a really nice video, and today I'm joined by none other than Antonio from our solution engineering team, and we want to talk about something extremely special. Maybe you already heard about it. It's about contributions and how you out there can contribute to our platform. We have opened it up more and more, and we know sometimes it can be daunting, so we will talk about contributions today too. But before that, Antonio, who are you? Maybe you would like to introduce yourself to the people out there watching this video.
Thank you, Samuel. Yeah, so my name is Antonio. I'm leading the solution engineering demo team at Spryker. And there we are mostly driving the creation of innovative, sophisticated, and tailored Spryker-based demos for potential customers and partners.
Again, just to frame the conversation, we will talk shortly about 3 contributions that are now open, right? Open to contribute to. And just to clarify, those contributions can be used for Spryker and in Spryker. So it's a way that you can explore more things. And again, they are open for contribution, meaning that everyone out there, after you have listened to them, and maybe you will be like, oh, Antonio, you ignited this idea in myself and I could envision doing this. Antonio will tell you, then do that. Exactly do that. Take what is there and adapt and contribute to it. And with that, and to be honest, Antonio already shared a few words with me. There's something called community command line interface. It sounds like taken directly from Star Trek, but what is it actually, Antonio?
Let me bring you what is my vision about this. Okay, so here something, as I've already mentioned, something I love is about performance, about avoid repetitive tasks. And I have also been working for over 15 years with different agencies developing at the end e-commerce and digital commerce projects. And something I hate is to do clicks to do repetitive stuff. And that is what, let's say, inspired me to build this stuff. So here at the end, what we have built is a command line interface. Toolkit is just a name we found for that. That will be cool, because at the end, the target here is to encapsulate different utilities you may use as a, let's say, Spryker developer, let's say Spryker DevOps, as for example, a system administrator, in order to avoid, let's say, repetitive tasks and just increase or improve, let's say, your developer experience or improve your performance on your daily basis while working with Spryker. So that's more or less the target of this CLI tool.
So I would say it's about more control, more like developer experience, less clicks, avoiding repetitions like you mentioned. And it's about like running your own utilities, right? So, and that's something where people could probably contribute to, right? With more utilities.
Exactly, so that's the idea. So we have just started this project. So right now it only contains 2 utilities, which are kind of used in AI for translating the overall Spryker, let's say, UI. So for both for each and back office, but that's only the, let's say, the initial phase. So here at the end is to have something you can just contribute in order to add, let's say, further functionalities. Like, for example, I don't know, something I typically need as a Spryker developer could be something like, I don't know, I want to create a backup from the Spryker cloud in order that I can test something locally or reproduce some kind of behavior I'm investigating. Restoring that database in some other environment different. Let's say from production to staging, something you could also want to do, for example, with something like, I don't know, I want to create a admin user without having to go to the back office, logging in, then clicking here and there, and then put name, put password. So here's all about you just use the command line interface, put your data, and then you get things done within seconds.
Nice.
That's the main idea of this.
Then we can already move on to the next one. And again, you dropped a few of the keywords already. It's about languages. It's about a bit about AI, and all the magic is coming together. And it is called the multilingual translations package. Man, so you should join marketing, right? These are the terms that people need, right? Like, nice. So what is that about, Antonio?
Yeah, so let's say this will be kind of also the output of have used the previous command I have told you, so that toolkit. So here what we have done is just we have used the CLI toolkit and those two utilities we have implemented initially, and then we have just let them run over the, let's say, the Spryker project. So we have different distributions, the B2C, B2B, marketplace, and so on. So we have just keep it run over that code. It will just extract, let's say, the glossary terms. So everything you will see in the UI, let's say add to cart, continue, all this stuff you will see in the UI. And then that's the outcome is all about files where you contain these translation terms. So we have, let's say, used a tool for generating translation for different languages. So here we have just took, for example, French, Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, and so on. So a couple of them. And then we have just packaged it in a, let's say, package. That's the right term from the technological point of view. You can just install in Spryker. And then, let's say, enable use Spryker commerce with additional languages within seconds. So that's the target here, to be able to open to new markets, to new countries within seconds without having to get support, let's say, from translation agencies. So that's the main idea here.
That's like a huge opportunity, right? I'm just trying to put myself into the shoes, right, of those people that, I don't know, want to enter a new market. And they would be thinking like, oh, now we need to translate every piece of content that we have, right? And let's assume you would do it with a translation agency. First of all, they might take more than a few hours, I guess. They might be better, right? It's about human versus AI, that discussion. But it's really cool to see that basically you can maybe find the first 70% and rather have an eye in terms of like reviewing the content. I mean, that's a great step into the right direction when it comes to localization, right? And scaling. You can basically scale into any market with any language. That's really cool. I love that. And I actually speak Portuguese. So I would love to see more backend users enjoying our interface in Portuguese. So I like that already.
That means you can contribute to the repo, you know? So because here, the thing is that all those translations have been generated by AI. So for sure, not all of them are perfect. If you take a look as a native speaker, most probably you will see some terms you may improve. And that's the idea. So here with this, let's say you have something you can start with, just install it in your project. You have something, so you can even go already to the market, but afterwards you can put there some real person which really speaks the language, and then just refine them to really fit better for your audience. So that's the idea. So that's why we're looking for contributors, let's say, in order to, let's say, improve these AI generated translations to be, let's say, more, let's say, better fitting the real use case, and also for adding new languages that are not still part of this package. That's my idea.
Cool. So again, if you are a language aficionado, take a look, right? Maybe you have some comments like how to improve the already existing languages, or you want to, I mean, I wouldn't say it, but if you want to edit in Dwarvish or Elvish, maybe you could. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe that would be fun. A lot of the Rings online shop or something like that. I'm just kidding. But just to give people some inspiration. So cool, Antonio. Yeah, and last contribution that we want to talk about a bit is, it is called like AI product information translator. So by now I get the idea it's about languages and it's probably about product information, but it also has something to do with AI, right? So what is it, Antonio?
Yeah, it's all that together. So as you can see, I love AI and I love languages. So the thing here is, let's say here, the use case will be something like people who can benefit of this, just the typical user. So the typical, let's say, back office administrator. More specifically, I would say the people of your company which takes care about releasing your products, let's say your catalog as a vendor. So let's say if you are working on delivering, so selling just worldwide, for sure you need to provide your product name, your product description, your product attributes, what is about the specification about the product. So having more information about the product is helping you also to sell more. So here at the end, the idea is, yeah, I don't think you will speak every single language you are selling.
That's
so
true.
Most probably you will start with your native language, which could be English, German, whatever it is. And then here, the back office is enriched with a new capability. It's just about a button. You can click. It will trigger AI integration for your translating from the, let's say, description or the name you have provided, and then translate it automatically to any language. So at the end, that's everything. So with that, you can also avoid to kind of work that hardly with additional resources that, so that you can go to market, let's say, quicker for your product.
Yeah, cool. I mean, again, it's all about efficiency, right? And you hit the ground faster, etc. So that's cool. And
reducing
I guess
cost, exactly. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess in that sense, contributions could be expanding that, right? To more than product information or different types or attributes, etc. I guess that could be a way on how to contribute to the.
So there's multiple ways you can contribute here. So one way will be, for example, extend this translation utility to further regions within the Spryker back office. So maybe you also want to translate CMS content. So something very cool of using AI is that it can even translate content where HTML, for example, is within the text. So it's super, super powerful. So it will be also be useful for let's say, translating CMS pages. CMS content will be one utility. And the good thing about this is that it's not only one single package, but more packages. So let's say it also enables you as a Spryker developer to use AI for, I don't know, further utilities. Like, for example, let's say you want to also translate the reviews for your product, which are, let's say, on the UI, on the software. That will be also another utility you may use this whole stuff on top of that.
Cool. And I'm just pointing somewhere, but chances are high you will find all the GitHub repos, etc., in the description of this video and also in Commerce Quest, where you also have the chance to maybe talk to Antonio. You can send a DM, right, and ask him some questions, etc. And we will also have all the information about Antonio in the video description as well. And again, just to recap, we talked about 3 really cool contributions. One is about the command line interface, so making everything a bit easier, quicker, etc. Then the other 2 were all about like localization, translation, languages, powered by AI. And in all of those 3, you can contribute. So amazing, right? So I will probably try to check out if I can contribute to the Portuguese language packages. So let me see if I can do something about those. And other than that, really enjoyed talking to you, Antonio. I hope it was something I felt like fun. You were enthusiastic about it, so that's cool. That was cool to hear.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it was super cool. Super nice experience. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Then have a good one, folks, and we see each other contributing, waiting for your pull requests, folks. See ya. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.